everybody, welcome back. This is Josh with Josh's Lawn and Landscape. It is a nice, hot, and sunny Wednesday afternoon, and we are headed to a job this afternoon and actually going to do a demo in this yard. So we've actually got two mowers that they're bringing. And the gentleman has called me. He's there, so I'm headed to the job. We're going to do a demo day this afternoon, do a little bit of intro footage on the mowers, let you see the yard. Y'all have seen it before, and then we'll do some cutting and a review of thoughts on the mowers when we get it wrapped up. So y'all stick around. Hope y'all enjoyed the video today, and hopefully we can put a good one together for y'all and let me know what y'all think. So hang in there. All right, y'all, sorry, just making sure my camera was on. So we are here in the first yard. We got my two mowers off the trailer, so I'm gonna turn around and just show you a quick intro to what we got, and we're gonna try them out and then let you know what we think when we get done. So don't know how much live footage I'll get, but I'll try to get some. If I don't, at least gonna try to get a review in for both machines. So just kind of a general overview. So you can see we got a nice thick yard here to mow. So, and it goes all the way around to all the way around this way and back around to the front. So all right, here we go. We're gonna turn it around and let you see what we got. So what you think it is? Here we go. All right, so what we have here is a Wright Standard X. It's running the 730 Kawasaki. It is a 52-inch deck. It has 20-inch rear wheels. And let's see, this machine has 11.9 hours on it. So I think it's around a 7-gallon fuel tank, and that's kind of a general overview of it. Again, 12cc pumps. There's your deck height adjustment on the side here, and this is the first one we're actually going to get on and drive it around a little bit and get used to it. So then we'll let you know what we think about it when we get done, and then once we do that, then we're going to jump on the big boy. This is a 61-inch cut Wright Standard ZK, as you can see. It has the 27, I think this is 28 horse FX 850 Kawasaki. 24 by 12 by 12 rear wheels, dual tanks, somewhere around, I think it's 15 gallons of fuel, and let's see, 16cc pumps. And as you can see, it's got the AeroCore deck. Kind of a general overview, like I say. I know y'all have seen it on some other channels, but we've got it here in this yard today, and so we're gonna hop on the Standard X and do some mowing and let y'all know what we think. So stick around. All right, y'all, real quick, I've been cutting for, let's see, almost an hour with the Standard X. So let me turn around here. Here you get the 52-inch Wright Standard X. Very similar as an overall general machine to the John Deere 652R. But let me say, this has made me a believer in Wright already. The disbursement of grass for this machine with this AeroCore deck setup is unbelievable. This thing's got to throw 2.5 to 3 passes when it disperses the grass outside. So excellent disbursement of grass, very well built, very comfortable. It does have the double spring platform. The springs are actually loaded up here. Right there you see. Again, I think it's about a 7-gallon gas tank. It is running the FX 730 Kawasaki, which is rated according to the manufacturer at 23.5 horsepower. The deck raise and level setup. The pumps, the motor and all is actually mounted to the deck, and you actually lift it up and down all at one time. So I, like everybody else, was a little skeptical, but you can see the deck springs here, very large. These are deck lift assist springs, and there's actually one on both sides. It is surprisingly easy to lift this deck with the motor and pumps and everything on it. So it has easy access to your pumps and your hydraulic filter there. This has a single reservoir, where I believe the ZK has separate reservoirs for each pump. They're 12 cc pumps, and you can remove this panel here to get to your belts and things like that. It does have the assist rollers on the back. Something I was a little skeptical of, but after a minute, actually not that hard to get used to. The dual drive design, where you need to pull back on this and pull back on that, instead of having the single drive like a zero turn in the middle and two stationary bars here, it's flip-flop. So actually, once you get used to it, it works very, very well. Not a huge advantage over anything else, but not an issue either, in my opinion. The parking brake is easy to pull and set here. Push it forward, pull it back. You have an easily accessible visible gas gauge here. One thing I noticed is it does similar to the Skag, I believe. It has the bolted rollers, and you can see it has multiple holes here to raise and lower based on your cutting height for your anti-scalp. It has the muffler guard on the front, obviously, for the exhaust. Again, the two roller brackets are removable, and so if you're hitting the brake one, it will be easy to fix. It has run flat solid tires on the front, and again, I think I said in their initial intro, this is a 20 by 10 by 10. Carlisle Turfmasters is what it's running. I do like the park brake setup, like you see on a lot of standards, where you have the bracket that when you pull the handle, it just pushes into the tire. Deck height pin, very similar to a lot of them. You just twist it over, pull it, set your height, and set it back. So set it in, twist it over, push the button. You do have to hold this button down all the way down, because it does have grooves in the bracket. You can see there in the bottom that the pin, if you let off the button, will stop, which is kind of good, because you can lift it up and let it catch to ride over if you've got, say, some thick sats and things like that for disbursement. So again, you can separate the frame from the front to replace it if something were to happen to that. So it looks like a very easily accessible mower as far as maintenance goes. I do like that the fuel tank is on the left side as opposed to the right, as with the Skag and the John Deere and even the Bad Boy. All of those were fuel caps and filler necks were on the right. So this setup blends very well with zero turns, because both of these actually are on the right. So when you pull up to the pump, you don't have to worry about the fuel hose being too short. So quick initial review, having been on this mower for, I'd say, right at an hour. Love the cut quality. Excellent ride. The disbursement is amazing on this mower for it being, I guess you can say, a little bit smaller. The gentleman, the rep here, says that this would actually be comparable to the 652R John Deere or the Skag V-Ride 2. So excellent machine. We're gonna do a little bit more mowing with it and then jump on the ZK and let you know what we think about that. So stick around, and I'll offer some more general thoughts on both mowers once I'm done with this job to close the video out. And y'all stick around. All right, y'all, real quick, as you saw in the intro, next up is the Wright Standard ZK. This is a 61-inch deck. and it has 0.3 of an hour. So this is a brand spanking new machine. So we'll go over some features of it and a couple of things that I didn't mention just now on the standard standard X, excuse me. But this is the big dog, y'all. This is the cream of the crop from what I gather, information I have in the stand-up mower game. So we're gonna take a look at it and see, give it a run. Again, this has the FX 850. I think it's a 27, 28 horsepower Kawasaki. You can get it with the 37 Vanguard, so you can go much stronger with this machine, but we're going to see what this one will do. So turn it loose. We'll be back. All right, guys, welcome back. Just finished up with the demo. I'm just going to talk about the ZK because the gentleman, he's got to get back. He's actually got about a 3-hour ride to get back, and he's got to do some prep on the mowers for tomorrow and everything, so he had to head out. The 61 Wright standard ZK. Well, I guess I can start off as simple saying that I'm a believer in the Wright mower now. No pun intended. In the Wright mower and the Wright brand. The disbursement for the ZK, as I said with the standard X, is absolutely unbelievable. This thing disperses clippings a good 3 passes out from the deck. Excellent cut quality. Even when you get into the heavy thatch, it still disperses well. The ride quality of the ZK is excellent. Again, cut quality is excellent. Let's see, as with the standard X, so both mowers, it has the same setup with the deck height adjustment. The only difference was with the ZK, the pin height selector is in the down by your leg on the left, in the kind of the fender there, kind of like with the Quick Track that I previously demoed. So that's one little thing I'm not the hugest fan of. I kind of like it up there where the handle is for the deck lowering. It still had the same setup with the belts, pulleys, all of that stuff, and the motor is all on the deck, but the deck springs that they have on that mower make it pretty easy for lifting all of that, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a big guy. You know, I'm about 190 pounds. I'm not a 250 pound man, but it was easy to lift. So the ZK is definitely what it's billed to be. I mean, it's a top tier, if not the top of the stand-up game, from what I've seen. I have yet to demo something like a Ferris and Grandstand, but having demoed the Bad Boy, the John Deere, the Skag, some of the standards that I've demoed, and then having done the 2 Wrights today, I would probably put the John Deere and the Skag half a step or so behind, or right with that standard X. The ZK is kind of its own thing. That's just a big machine. It comes with a 52, so I'm definitely, if I get to looking into a standard in the future, that's definitely going to be on my list of mowers to consider. I love the fuel capacity on the ZK versus most of your standards have a 5 to 7, maybe 8 gallon tank. I think the Skag has about an 8 gallon or so tank. I do like the standard X tank being on the left versus the right, as far as being able to fuel up the mower. And let's see, both the battery boxes on the ZK, the battery is on the right frame rail, right by the engine, kind of in that area. And on the standard X, it's on the opposite, it's on the right side of the mower. Basically, it's the opposite of the John Deere Quick Track. So if you check out my John Deere Quick Track review, the 652R, The Standard X with the 52, the fuel tank and the battery box are kind of flipped around. Everything's easily accessible on both mowers. The pad flips up, your hydros and everything's there. It's got a removable panel down by the foot stand that you can take off. And let's see, some other things. The dual handle controls. I've heard people go back and forth on it. Really, once I got used to it after the first 20 or 30 minutes or so maybe on the Standard X, moving over to the ZK was no problem. It's actually a much smoother transition with the 16cc pumps. So, an excellent machine. Put about an hour on each today, and pretty big yard, some pretty thick grass, and much better disbursement than even the 920. So, and the Standard X has the same size engine as the 920. Now with the Standard X with the 20-inch wheels, I'm not as big a fan of the smaller wheels. It's just my thing. So I like the 24-inch wheels. The ZK had the 24-inch wheels on the 61. So again, two excellent machines today, y'all. Some pretty solid conditions to test them out in. So some good thick grass, some dry spots, and even in the dry spots, especially with the ZK, it did an excellent job leaving very few, if any, stragglers on the first pass. So if you're looking for a stand-up mower, the Standard X is a great machine if you're not wanting to go full bore into a big mower. But if you've got some bigger properties and you want a stander, I would definitely say to consider the Wright ZK. They even have the 72-inch with the dually wheels, and you can go up to the Vanguard big block 37 EFI, I believe, engine on that machine. So you don't get much more ground speed, but your torque for cutting actually goes up with that setup. So those are my thoughts on a quick demo and mow. So real quick, I'm going to try to get a quick little glance at some of the yard just to show you the cut quality and how clean a look it is. And I got to get out and do some trimming. So hang on real quick, we'll look at the cut and I'll wrap up this video and try to get it posted up. And y'all let me know what you think. Leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, like, let me know your thoughts if you've used the Wright, the ZK or the Standard X. So here we go. Let's take a look at the cut. So here we go. This is cut on 2.5, and you can see it's an excellent job. A little just because of the hill, you can see one little ridge right there, but we can touch that up with a trimmer. And so excellent cut quality on the machine. And oh, one other thing with the Wright, if you do not know, I know that Sean and TQ for Spencer's Lawn Care, I've seen them do it before, but when you change the blades on the Wright, on the ZK, the spindle setup is different. The bolt actually passes completely through to the top of the pulley, and you have a nut that goes on top. Whereas, like with my John Deere Z-Track or even the Standard X, the bolt screws into the spindle assembly itself and holds the blade in. So that's one difference in the Standard X and the ZK, is screwing into the spindle assembly versus passing completely through it with a lock nut on the top. So just another thing to keep in mind on the maintenance side. So, and both mowers, just like the Toro and the Skag, they have removable spindle pulley covers, pulley covers for the belt on either side, where you just undo a kind of like a wing nut and you just lift it up off to be able to blow out around the pulleys and things like that. So again, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm rambling on a little bit, but two excellent machines demoed today. Thank you to Wright mowers and to the rep who came down, Mr. Richard. Not sure of his last name. Not going to put that out there, but he was excellent help today and answered all my questions before I got started, and gave me some tips and pointers, and had a great day with the demo. So again, let me know what y'all think. Thanks for taking the time to watch. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Stay safe out there, y'all, and we'll catch you on the next one.